Welcome back, puny human, to Grotzod Plays Minecraft. Today, I've been working on a build, you know, this giant nether portal, which we may or may not put into my actual Let's Play. But the reason why I've been doing it isn't so much that it's awesome, but it's because I've been trying out a new building technique using the structure blocks. So I'll give you a quick overview of what I'm doing here, and then I'll show you what it does, and then I'll actually show you how to set it up yourself. So the first thing we do, we have a side 1 saved. So this is literally this side of the portal, this side over here. That saves, and then it loads the same side on the other side, which I'll show you in a second. And then it copies and saves this entire half, so both sides. And then it loads on the other side over here. So if we just go and make a couple changes, so example, let's make this guy's armor made out of obsidian. You know, we can do all kinds of stuff here, just to show an example of a change. And then, so we have obsidian there and nothing over here. When we push the button, it'll update on the other side. And it also updated, well, you can't obviously see because it was on the other side, but also updated for the exact same thing on the other side. So this is a really fast way of building if you're trying to build in a hurry and you literally want something that's going to be symmetrical on all 4 sides, at least for like the initial, because I can actually go back and obviously touch things up in here and change them so it's not symmetrical on both sides, but if you do want a symmetrical build, this is kind of how you want it to look. So let me run over here. I have kind of a little test area set up, and I'll actually show you how to set this up yourself and some of the kind of neat tricks on it. So we're going to be building a little portal in this little section here, but first of all, let's set up our 4 structure blocks. I pre-gathered them, as you probably guessed. We're going to put a repeater in between all of them, so it'll send its signal down the line. And then I'll throw a little button on this side. So this is set up. This is the setup you need. Let's actually build something quickly. Hold on. The question is, where's the middle here? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. I believe that's center. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Sorry, this is center. So I think I have grass in here somewhere, do I? I do. There we go. Okay. So this is our center. So let's start by maybe we want to build a little portal. It'll be 3. Look at that weather. Oh, sorry, weather clear. Look at that beautiful rain. So maybe we want to build something like so. So that's going to be our portal. And let's throw a couple stairs in here. Because we can come out 2 actually. Ooh, if we can come out 2, we can go like this. Look at that. So I'm just going to quickly build something here for us to use these structure blocks to do this technique with. So I'm just going to quickly time-lapse as I build just this first quarter, and then I'll come back. 1 second. And there we have it. I have well, I built something. I'm not sure how good this is. This is pretty weird. Anyway, we have something to work with. So what we need to do is we need to copy this from the edge here up to the corner of this block, this little corner right here, and then we're going to copy it all the way over here. Oops. weather, clear. And we're going to copy it right to this edge here. So what we're going to do when we're copying this, because this is actually not an even build, so there's not an actual clear center, this block is actually the center block, and the portal itself is the center block here. So what we're going to do is our first block, when we're setting it up, is going to copy this block as well, and this block. So when we paste it, we'll actually paste this block back in on our reverse side over here. So let's actually quickly set that up first. So in here, I've already did some testing here, so I kind of already have some names. So we're going to call this one small portal. Small portal. And we're going to call it a 1, just because it's good to increment up with a 0 in front, because I know that's what I've learned in computer programming, is that's how you should be doing it. Our relative position for this guy, just so it's quick and easy for us, is going to be -6, 0, -6, and then we got a 3, 10, and 7. So save. So there we go. This is the area we're saving. So again, this does the same. We're saving this middle block, and we're saving this middle block. So don't really worry about these blocks. These are just to hold the lava in so it doesn't go spilling everywhere. They'll actually be pasted over top of when we copy it over to the other side. So this is initially what we have. Let's set up the load block now. So this is our save block. And now we're going to load that side. So same thing, we're going to load portal 1. Small portal, sorry. Small portal 01 is what we're going to be loading. And this needs to live at -6, 0, -8. That's 18. -8. And it needs to be, because we're going to be doing this loading, so these are for rotating and whatnot. So yeah, we don't need those. We're still going to mirror, not mirror it. Yeah. Flip it around? I don't know. 180. Whatever you want to refer to it as. We're using this one. That's the main point here. So we'll go load. Before it actually loads, though, it'll show you where it's loading. So as you can see, it's loading to this spot here. So it's going to overwrite this center block after it loads this center block, which I've said multiple times. I'm sure you're saying, okay, Adrian, we get that. And let's break this guy, and then we'll actually show you how this works. So hit the button. So it's saved this section and loaded the exact same thing on the other side. So we have half our portal now. Look at that. Isn't that rad? The next thing we're going to do is we're going to set up the other half. So it's now going to copy this entire thing, so both sides, and then it's going to do the exact same thing. It's going to paste it on this side over here. So let me just throw that repeatedly broke back down here. Now this one here. So the cool thing about structure blocks is, as you may have seen, and I didn't really explain this 2 seconds ago, is structure blocks work off of can work off a redstone signal. So what's happening is when you run a redstone signal through it, it'll actually trigger whatever its current mode is set up as. So if you're triggering it as a save, it'll save whatever it's been told to save, and if you trigger it as a load, it'll load whatever it's told to save. So if you have one block that's changing something, so you're loading something in, changing it, and then resaving it, it can do all those kind of interesting things all in one kind of go. So I'll show you what I mean. I hope that makes any sense. So small portal 02. So there we go, increment it up. This guy here is going to live at 08, 0, and -10 as well. Obviously, when you're setting yours up, you'll have to figure out where these numbers are. This is just some pre-testing I did to make sure that I can record this video without fiddling around with numbers for 20 minutes. Maybe not actually 20 minutes, but you get the idea. Okay, so that's set up. Hit save. So now you can't see it, but it's actually literally following the same lines as the outer perimeter of this guy here. So that's our save, and then this last one's going to be, as you might guess, a load. So small portal again. Small portal 02. And this guy's going to be living at -8, 0, and 0. And he is going to be using this one. So this is mirror flip-wise. So done. Nope, no, I need to hit. You need to hit load first to initialize a load block for the first time. So if you don't hit load, it won't actually run properly. It needs to actually know that it's going to load something into a spot. So now, when we hit the button, boop, boop, there you go. It saves it to the other side. And if we run to the other side, you can see, wow, look at this. It's the same on both sides. So isn't that amazing? The reason why I'm showing you guys this is an extremely fast way of building something that's going to be symmetrical. So this guy over here, instead of replacing all of the blocks, so I kind of worked on one side, what I want this one side to look like, you know, how I wanted this all to go together and whatnot, and instead of having to go and replace those 50, 60 blocks over here and kind of go back and forth looking at it, I literally just set up this system, and then I would copy paste, just hit the button and see how it looks. So I can see this looking on both sides. And you can actually take this to like the nth degree. You can have it so it's doing more than just 4 blocks. You can have it so it's loading in different parts, different places. If you're doing a bigger build and you want to have, say, parts of your roof being copied, pasted other places, because this is just copying, flipping it over here. So this is mirroring it to the other side and then mirroring it to the other side as well. Where you can have it so it actually turns 90 degrees and it changes all kinds of stuff. I'll let your imagination imaginize the kind of things it can do. Also, as you can probably guess with this one, once I built the actual portal here, and then I worked on building my guy, and then pasted him into place so I can, you know, get the idea of where I wanted him, rather than trying to build something that looked half reasonable, and then trying to, yeah, as you guess, make it work. It's just not as easy to make statues and then put them into place. But yeah, that's the end of this tutorial. If you were doing an even shaped house, so again, an even numbered build, which is probably quite a bit less common. I find a lot of people, when they're building houses, they do groupings of 3 or groupings of 5, because you can get a little bit more of an actual peak. You don't have a 2-block peak at the top, you have just a 1-block peak at the top. So this allows you to, this accommodates for uneven. But if you were doing something that was even, where you wouldn't have it saving on the single block, you would actually have it saving here and then literally pasting right beside that. So yeah, play around with this, tell me what you think. I mean, I can actually show you that we can make changes on one side. I'm just gonna set the day to, I really should set up a clock in my creative world so it automatically updates the weather and the time, so it doesn't rain all the time and doesn't just become nighttime. But I'll quickly show you guys that we can actually change. Maybe we decided, oh, we don't really like lava anymore, and you know, we kind of want to take out these guys and put in, I don't know, cobblestone stairs, maybe with the maybe we want that, and maybe in here we want same thing. Oh god, lava, you're everywhere. So maybe we want something like that, and maybe we want torches. You know, that's our methodology of lighting, you know, in this side here. You know, just some ideas. I have no clue what I'm doing here, but as you can see, we can easily copy paste it over, and it makes for quick work. It makes building with structure blocks is a really fast way of building, especially if you're building in a creative world, obviously. Yeah. So that's the end of this little tutorial thing. Now we're gonna zip back over into our creative world and go to the Nether. No, we're just gonna go into our creative world, and we're gonna do some actual, not creative, our survival world, and we're gonna do some work, maybe on the town hall or something like that. We will find something to do. I'll be right back. And we are back in our survival world here. I had a good suggestion from a guy, from a subscriber, last time, to actually do command blocks, you know, for the redstone signal, instead of running a redstone coil all the way down 50 blocks, whatever it was, just doing a command block, so it does the place block command to trigger this gate opening and closing. So I set that up instead. I'm going to rip out all this redstone that runs all the way down here now. But I think it's a better idea. You know, I mean, if we're already doing kind of structure block stuff, might as well kind of take advantage of triggering these animations with some extra command blocks action, rather than, you know, running redstone everywhere, because that's going to get very cumbersome very quickly when we start putting in bigger, more complex things. can only sleep at night. So yeah, so I think that was a really good idea. Thanks for suggesting that, and yeah, I think it's working well. It's actually made the gate faster, which I am totally a fan of. I'm going to quickly sleep here, and then we are going to go and harvest some sugarcane and get some more leather, and I'm going to finish putting in some more bookshelves up here. I'm over at the red sheep farm here, where we have all these creepy sheep's faces poking through, and it looks like the sheep have somehow managed to be getting out. I'm not really sure how. I have a hunch it may be either they're glitching through the wall, or I don't actually know. But again, they're getting out. They're getting out somehow. I don't know. I don't know if you see how they're getting out here, because they're clearly not staying in their pen. They can't jump over fences, can they? No. Impossible. No clue. No clue how they're getting out. Either way, I'm over here because I actually need a bunch of wheat. So we're gonna harvest up a bunch of wheat here. I'll quickly harvest and replant this. Not everything. I don't need all this wheat because I don't eat wheat. That's part of Grotzod's thing. I just don't eat wheat, but I need it for growing animals. So let me just quickly replant all this, and then we're gonna go breed up those cows. I was about to go and slaughter a bunch of cows so we can get some leather, which then we can get some leather so we can then get some books. Oh, come on. I know I can access this. There we go. So, oh wait, I don't need to make bread. I don't need any of this. I don't need that for any reason. I'm not sure why I went there. Okay. Zipping down to the cow farm, which eventually will make... I keep giving you promises, right? Eventually we're going to make a better thing for this, and eventually we're going to do that. And I guess that's part of, progress, is saying you're going to do stuff and then eventually doing it. So, breed up all of our cows. Breed. Wish I got leather from sheep. That'd be awesome too. And then let's alright. What should we get? We got 3 leather! Oh yeah, by the way, hey, look at that, new leather texture. I'll show more off later. That's gonna make me a total of 1 bookshelf. So maybe we're not gonna make that many bookshelves today. Get out of here. Okay, that's really, really noisy. Should probably just turned it down. I don't know why I made you guys listen to all that crazy sheeping sounds. Yeah. So we're gonna quickly... I'm doing this partly also because I want to show you the new textures I made. So we made paper. That's a new one. Ooh, look at that. Awesome paper. And as you probably noticed, we have beef, raw beef, and also have cooked beef. So I'm probably going to change these because someone mentioned that, well, my beef kind of looks a little phallic. So I'm probably going to change this texture. It's supposed to be a T-bone steak, like this is the bone side and it goes in like that, and then, yeah, it just, no, it doesn't quite look like a T-bone steak anymore. Not to me, at least. You ruined it for me. You ruined it for me so bad. Let's throw this in the oven, get cooking, and we have enough. I need more wood. I'll grab a stack of wood. I'm just gonna make another bookshelf, just so we can slowly keep building our enchanting room. Eventually, one day, it will be done. I promise you that. But for now, it's a slow-growing kind of process. So there we go. So now that we did that, what are we going to work on? I think we are going to try and get some kind of rudimentary floor or roof on this bottom layer here. So I'm not sure, should I time-lapse that? Did you guys like the last time-lapse I did? I just kind of put music down and time-lapsed away. I thought it was kind of neat. It was a little bit close quarters because we were working inside there. So it's kind of hard to see, and I'm sure the camera is like zipping all around a whole bunch, so maybe not as nice as it could be. But if you like those kind of time-lapse things, I will try and do more of them. I can probably do one a video even. Just let me know how you think about that, or how you feel about that. Not you, well, you think or feel, either way. And yeah, if you do like them, I'm gonna do more of them, and I'll kind of do these kind of speed build things, time-lapse. If you guys are not a fan, I'll find something else. That's what I'm trying to say here. So let me try, and we're gonna time-lapse getting basically a floor on here. So stay tuned, and well, you know how the time-lapse goes. And we're back. This is going to be as far as I'm going to go on putting down some floor today, mostly because I'm basically out of spruce again, and I'm almost out of oak again. I just constantly keep running out of these blocks, which is why we're kind of taking a while to slowly build this town hall we have here. Look at that, one short. Put this one over here. But, and I left this here so I have an access way up and down, so, but yeah. This is, so far what we got. Let me build a couple sticks here. And by sticks, I mean torches. So far this is what we have. Throw another couple torches around here just so we don't, for some reason, have monsters spawning, which would make my day very bad. But yeah. So, the bottom floor, we have kind of these higher ceilings. There's a nice little indent. I always kind of thought that looked nice. We'll have to find a way of making this look more orc-like and not so medieval build-like. Because right now this could be a human tavern we're walking into, and no one likes human taverns. No one, trust me. So, yeah. Gate still looks cool, and oh yeah, I totally placed blocks right where that is. Right where that is. Well, that's a thing. It happens. Anyhow, that is going to be it for today. I hope you enjoyed today's episode of Grotzod Plays Minecraft. Please leave a comment on what you did like and what you didn't like. And let me know if you used that building tutorial tip I gave you on using structure blocks, because I find it really handy, and I hope you do as well. Until next time, thanks for watching, and like always, orcs rule! Wahaha! Thanks for watching Grotzod Plays Minecraft. If this is your first time, you might want to consider subscribing. If not, like the video and maybe share it if you will. Also, check out some of these rad videos that we've done in the past. And until next time, don't forget to game like a giant monster.